Wow, a lot of stuff has been going on lately when it comes to me, and man, I think it might just be time to take a break. So instead, we're going to talk about something that's kind of goon related, just to get away from all this terrible, embarrassing stuff that's been going on with me on the internet. We've talked about this guy. I don't know if he's really a goon of the show. He's kind of come up in a lot of different ways with the show. This guy, Dr. Phil, before. Now, he's not what we're talking about. But Dr. Phil, one time, had a guest on his show that I would love to talk to you guys about, okay? In fact, Dr. Phil made this person very famous, all right? Very young. They became very famous, a household name. They became rich as a result of going on Dr. Phil, and we're all still talking about them today. And of course, the person I'm talking about is Bad Baby. Bad Baby, you might remember her as the Cash Me Outside girl. Cash me outside, how about that? She said that one line, and she became a household name at the tender age of only 15 years old, a multi-millionaire. She somehow spun a real, true career out of an appearance, a single appearance, by the way, on the Dr. Phil show. And really, can you think of anybody else who's done something? What's that? Hang on a second. The chat seems to be a little confused. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, I see. Okay, there's a little bit of who did you think I meant? Oh, Dick Masterson. No. I wasn't talking. No, I'm talking about somebody who was actually famous and actually super rich at a really young age. No. No, he was like kind of known on the internet in like 2007 at the age of 27. No, I'm talking about Bad Baby. You guys, I don't know how you get confused about something like that. I mean, this girl probably owns like several mansions. We're talking about a guy whose parents bought his house. You think I'm going to do a show on that? That doesn't make any sense. Literally, his parents bought his house. In his 30s, he was still doing his laundry at his parents' house. They had to get him an apartment. I think they might still be buying him houses, as a matter of fact. I mean, at least, I don't know. You tell me what you think of this little clip right here. I don't know if he kept this in the podcast, but this is from his live stream from the other day when his dad called into the show randomly with something to say to him.
I can't think of anything else to ask my dad.
Well, no, he called you.
Oh, yeah. What did you... Oh, you wanted to talk to me about the house, right?
Yeah, we closed it.
Amazing.
I just got the notice and wanted to let you know.
All right, I don't want to talk to people about that.
Okay.
Oh, okay, weird. Well, he doesn't want to talk to people about that. Whatever that is, his dad felt the urgency to call him live on the show and let him know about this house closing. Now, it could just be his parents' house. That's true. It could just be their own house. But why would he just close it? He's got to tell Dick? Seems a little strange. Anyway, look, I know for a fact one of the last places he lived, his parents got it for him. So he was living in his parents' house in his 30s. But anyway, listen, we're not talking about that. We're here to talk about an actual famous person. What's that? Okay, hang on. They're saying in the chat room, this is very annoying. I hate when you guys try to direct me. They're saying in the chat room you'd rather hear about this. I mean, what? What else is there to say? I went on the Killstream. I fooled the world's untrickable man. I took this entire section of the internet that I have always hated and have paid zero attention to, and I turned them up on their head. I've made them look completely stupid, and they've spent ever since then talking about me. Dick is now panicking on Twitter. What else is there to do? Well, there was that guy, the People's Populist Press. He did that very funny, very good stream all about me and my appearance on the Killstream, and he's kind of helping to wake some people up to the fact that these guys are complete idiots, complete retards. You know what? All right, fine. We'll talk about it. But it's going to be behind the paywall. I mean, if we're going to talk about like something like this, I can't be clout chasing. I can't be accused of clout chasing. I can't be accused of attention whoring, because then they might spend days giving me all that attention. So I tell you what, to save them some embarrassment, we'll put this behind the paywall. We'll put this in the pizza fund. If you want to see this full episode and our entire archive of premium episodes, you can join the pizza fund. And we're not on Patreon because Dick Masterson got me kicked off of it. He told his fans to go get me kicked off of it. So we'll do it behind the pizza fund, okay? It seems like the safest place to do it. Podawful.pizza if you'd like to sign up. Our Wednesday shows are $12 level and up, but you can join for as little as $1 a month and get immediate access to over 60 hours worth of content. I hope you do. Podawful.pizza.
Podawful.pizza.
I do.
The soundboard.
I don't know what. You've fallen apart. You've completely unraveled. Go ahead.
Derail.
I actually want to thank you. The best thing that ever happened to me is when you encouraged your listeners to go after my Patreon and the sponsors from Alex's network, which I had nothing to do with. But that was
You
actually
laugh at
one
your
of the
own
best.
jokes like they're funny, but you're the only one laughing, bud. Like, have you noticed that you giggle at your own jokes? You giggle at your own jokes compulsively. You giggle at yourself like you're impressed with yourself, because you're nothing.
Dick, how do you know that if you don't watch?
You're right now, I'm telling you,
And Jim is still there, folks. Jim is still there, but he's been shocked into silence because he's realized how gay this is and that even he can't save it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I really don't give a shit how many of you watch this program, so I'm going to take a fucking piss live on the air because fuck you. I don't give a shit. You don't pay my bills.
Hell yes. The most important part of all this, though, for me, and still, and by the way, I'm not gay. Just so you know, I'm not a faggot. the most important,
Okay.
There was questions of that on your stream. I feel like I should inform you. I have a wife, and I just sound like this. I can't help my voice. But
You gotta remember, they said that you were naked in a basement with Maddox jerking off, or like looking at pictures of a girl together. Right?
But did I say that? I mean, what did I say? He had it on his computer, or did I say I was jacking off with Maddox in his room with him? I mean,
Well, exactly.
they acted like you couldn't have a file on your computer and then send it to somebody. I don't even live on the same
What you have
coast.
to remember is these are the same people who, looked at my spread asshole when I spread my asshole and made commentary on it and showed it to his wife.
Now, I heard you talking about this, them looking at your asshole with each other, which was very funny to me. But can I just ask you, why did they have a photo of your spread asshole? Where'd they get that?
Well, I showed my asshole on fucking New Year's. I had a fucking
Why did you do that?
well, because it was fucking legendary.
Yeah, fuck yes, brother. Yes. You're right. You're right. I mean, I will never, ever see my own asshole. I'll never show a picture of it, ever. But you're right. It is legendary, and that's
People
amazing.
remember that forever. And that's a moment that is shaping the collective consciousness of humanity.
I mean, sure.
You know?
People also remember the time Gavin McInnes shoved a butt plug in his ass on a live stream. But yeah.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And those are wonderful moments that are preserved for all time and are truly excellent character studies of humanity, and
Yes.
very interesting in their own way.
Yes.
And the world is richer with these sort of things than without them.
You're absolutely right. And the thing that completely sold me on you is when you got up during the middle of your stream and just started taking a piss and yelling at the audience, telling them to go fuck themselves. They didn't like the fact that you were pissing and not washing your hands. I loved that moment. It's forever burned into my memory.
I'll fuck them. People cry, "Oh my God, you don't wash your hands. There's a virus."
Fuck that shit, dude. Never wash your hands. Is your dick dirty? Come on. Clean your dick. You don't have to wash your hands.
Most of the time, I'm able to self-aim my cock without the use of my hands.
This is what I'm saying. All you have to do is sort of flop it out, and then you can go. What are you even holding it for?
Well, this is what I'm saying. The people are soft and they're gay these days, and they have a fake moral outrage about everything. So what can you do?
Thank you. I'm 100% on your side on that. The asshole thing, I like the fact that you called it legendary. I'm kind of on the fence about that one. But let me just ask you this, because again, my whole thing with this is that the texts are funny and that's all I care about. And it's become this giant, outrage thing. What was your favorite one of the simp texts? Was there one that jumps out to you that you really remember and laughed at?
Well, I think it's like his eyes hurt. And this is
Yeah.
He felt dizzy. He felt
Dizzy. I was just about to say the dizzy one is funny. Like the first one's the one that really got to us originally was the I want to fuck you raw and pounding and soft like a romance novel, because that's just so obviously over the top. But I think the beautiful ones in there, like the ones that are just absolute
I'll
simp shit.
worship you, baby.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, it's when he starts going, I'm dizzy. It's so girly to say something like that.
And he's mentioning money and like, I'll buy you new wings. And
I just love that all these guys are rewriting what simp means to make this work and just saying that it doesn't matter as long as you get pussy. It's like, meanwhile, and they're asking like, well, what, they're either calling me a virgin, which again, I have a wife. They're calling me a virgin, or they're saying like you've never done this for a woman. And the answer is no, I have not. Would never. In fact, I'm with the girl I'm with now because I posted a video on Instagram of me doing something stupid and she hit on me.
But just remember who these people are, right?
Yeah.
So again, Ethan Ralph, his only wife, the only woman he's ever been with in his life, was a Pakistani person who lived overseas that he never really met aside from twice, who he was married to, who divorced him and I think only married him to get a green card into the United States.
Yeah.
And then his co-host Gator, pretended that he had a girlfriend at one time and described her as like Mexican with blonde hair. And then it was revealed it was a sock puppet and it was a pretend girlfriend that he used to try and make people look good. This is the guy who, right away jumped that you were masturbating with Maddox, right? This is Gator, with a pretend girlfriend. Then you have Flamenco, who's so autistic that even Ralph and Gator bully him for having autism. They really do. They just bully him. And he's never had a girlfriend or left his mom's basement.
Yeah.
Then you have Dibble, who's like the diversity hire of Killstream because they need a black guy to cover for how much they say the N-word and how racist the show is and all this shit like this. So he's the diversity hire. Now they've hired this fucking thought to do TikToks, like pay, even though their audience hates women and is mostly consists of incels and virgins and basement dwellers and degenerates who hate women. So I'm sure this will be a great hire. I'm sure it's going to go fucking well.
Yeah, it sounds like everything's really working out for these guys.
Yeah, it's a match made in fucking heaven. So, I mean, when you hear these guys say how gay you are or whatever, like, I don't give a shit. I don't know much about you. But these guys are in no position to fucking say anything, and they just need to shut their mouths. And when they say they're the big leagues, they're a fucking joke.
Well, that's the thing is I've never heard of any of these guys until this stuff started happening, including Mr. Medicare, who I've never really watched any of his videos.
But, I mean, today's people, right, Mr. Medicare is a god, and if you haven't heard of Medicare, what do you mean you haven't heard of the great and powerful Medicare? The Lord. But he's the Lord and Savior and King of the Internet.
Well, what I'm hearing is he's the Internet's most untrickable man.
He's the Internet's most untrickable man, except he's been tricked into signing up for a new project, too. So when Dick says that, the most untrickable man, it's almost like a power move where he's putting his balls right into Met.
I see what you're saying,
and just laughing at him because he controls him because he knows Medicare's social insurance number.
Now,
he knows where Medicare lives.
Now, from your unbiased perspective, getting him to tweet out the simp tweets like I did, was that tricking Mr. Medicare?
Well, it seems like it was. He says you're an attention whore, but he certainly gave you a lot of attention.
He certainly did.
Sorry, nigga. This content right here is Pizza Fun's own.
Pineapple dot pizza.
This shit is beefer.
Pineapple dot pizza.
We got shooters in these streets.